Hey guys, it's boy. Just a quick video here, because I really need to get back to testing the next gen sliders. I'm so excited. I'm getting close. They're looking pretty damn good. I hope you saw it. If you're on current gen, we already got those out. If you didn't see the release video, that was the last video. Go check it out. And don't worry, next gen is next. All right, try to hang in there, but I wanted to squeeze in the passing settings real quick. All right, so let's get down to business. First thing, before we get started, if you are new to 2K, or you've just never seen these settings before, or whatever else, if you want a completely full breakdown of all these sliders, of everything about them, I'm going to put the links to the previous year's videos in the description for you. So that'll be there if you want it. But, you know, I think most of us at this point, we know what these sliders are. And we just want the tested and proven numbers for this year to make pass targeting work the best that it can in 2K23. Here we go. So first thing to get out of the way, another thing you probably know, the bottom slider here, the openness slider, we're going to want that all the way down to 1. That's just a given at this point. I mean, I still test it just to confirm, but we know. Hey, but again, if you don't know, then the links again in the description for you if you want to hear like the full explanation of why we do that every year. All right, so once we get that out of the way, it always comes down to getting the right mixture of the other two, direction and distance. So right here, okay, this is what you need to see. This is a perfect example. I was simply trying to make just like a basic swing pass. Instead, he sails it all the way the hell over to the opposite corner. Right? And of course, it's turnover. Now, just so you know, I always have the skip pass function disabled, so it's not that. But what it is, what this indicates, if it keeps happening, is that I have too much direction and not enough distance. Okay, so that kept happening to me when I had the direction slider all the way up into like the low to mid 70s. So obviously that proved to be too high. All right, so then what I went and did is I tested how low do I have to put the slider to create the reverse problem. And that's how I do a decent amount of my testing. I create a problem, and then I see if I can create like the equal opposing problem. Then I know if I can do that, I have the game pretty much right where I want it. Then I can really zero in on the right area of the slider and find the right balance. In case you want a little peek behind the curtain to see how the sausage is made. Oh, you didn't? You don't care? You just want the best settings? Okay, never mind. Here we go. Current gen. We want, for current gen, 66 direction, 33 distance, and of course 1 openness. Now for next gen, we just need the L stick to be a little more sensitive on there. That's what my testing showed. Alright, so for next gen, it's just a little adjustment. We want it to be 69 direction, 30 distance, and again, 1 openness. Okay, so that's how we get the most reliable pass targeting in 2K23. That's how we make passing intuitive, which just helps the game flow overall. Because, you know, you don't want to have to do all icon passes like every time just to get the ball to go where you want it to go. I mean, I use icon passing, of course, but it can be a little clunky. It can take extra time that you don't always have. And you can get mixed up at times. You with your lineup, you think somebody is triangle or whatever, but you forgot that they're in it small forward or whatever, and they're actually square, and you pass to the wrong guy, and... Anyway, one last thing for you. You might remember last year, I actually had different passing settings for different camera angles. There were slight adjustments that I found that it should be made, but I'll tell you, I haven't gotten any variation in results like that this year at all. So, I don't know, it just seems to be just like a 2K22 anomaly. Because it must be, because that's the only year that I've ever seen it. I mean, of course, I'll keep an eye out, but it doesn't appear that that's something we have to worry about this year. And I'm glad, because I got enough on my plate. I got next-gen slider testing to finish. Alright, so make sure to be on the lookout. Subscribe, obviously, if you're not already. Pop that like button for me if you enjoyed, if you found this to be useful for you. That really helps me. I appreciate all you guys. Really appreciate all your support. And I'll see you right back here where I'll have the next gen slider sets next time on 2K with the Popboy.